All right, it
I'm gonna
is
do
3:17 p.m.
well, I'm gonna do a clap. So on my audio, you'll see.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
We
yes.
should try to sync it.
Yeah, the clapping.
So the clap.
A clap comes from below.
Come on, Zach, give us the
All
clap.
right, 3, 2, 1. Everyone was exactly right.
It's close enough. It
It'll
just
be
has to be
general.
close enough.
Okay. I'm Zach Johnson. I am the Chief Player Wrangler of the Glax Pod. This adventure is set in my homebrew world of Zarad, during a time when rumors of war are beginning to become more concrete. Our gang has to navigate difficult situations and are currently learning how to navigate those situations together as a team. Our first adventurer is
Hi, I'm Effa. I'm an Oozmorph changeling, which maybe seems like doubling up on something that doesn't make sense to double up on, but hey, it's how I was born. Thank you.
Hi, I am Temperance Makepeace, a tiefling inquisitor, living grimoire. I always wanted to be a paladin, but since I'm not allowed, I hit things with a book and pretend it's the work of God.
Right. Hello, my name is Roy Donk. I am a gnomish barbarian, and this is Shirley, my dire raccoon, who I ride around while she does drugs. Thank you for your time.
I'm Mira. I am an Undine Druid, and Pickles is Mukili Membe, and we're best friends.
I'm Sen, and I'm dead, floating through the afterlife, and don't know what's happening.
It's like an echo. It made it really, and your background. So you're like, I'm floating through the afterlife. It was like believable.
I'm
Yeah.
dead.
Well, I am in reality, floating through the afterlife.
Are you there, Stana? It's me, God.
Oh, will you say hi to my exes? They're gods. Anyway,
they
what?
say fuck off.
They would say that.
You never called. That's what they say.
You don't call, you don't write, and now you expect me to let you in heaven? Come on.
Now you need something from me. Jeez.
Now you come to me on the eve of my son dying on a cross. You're telling me his blood covers your sins? That's disgusting.
You've been doing what with my son? After the it's very inappropriate.
Welcome back to the bullshit podcast where we don't talk about anything.
Wait, what's this podcast called again?
Glax.
Seinfeld.
Oh, Glax.
Ooh,
This is the
how to succeed
Glax
in
pod,
dungeons
which
without
stands
really
for
dragons.
Good luck, adventurers. Extreme.
It's occasionally stands for extreme, occasionally stands for XOXO out there. The 10 of you, maybe, if we're lucky, who are listening, in about 5 years when this gets edited and put up for the general consumption. So let's begin. We are currently tracking 2 story tracks.
Stay there. Don't move.
So there is one track that is Sin in the afterlife, and there is one narrative track which is everyone else trying to bring them back. So the first track, everyone who is in the current mortal plane stumbles out of a clearing where you just freed a werewolf. Someone is holding on to the helm of the werewolf, and someone is holding on to the star knife and the star breastplate. We don't necessarily know who yet. And you see a large clearing, almost circular, almost perfectly circular, surrounded by dark, thick woods. In the middle of the clearing is this large circular lake, which the river flows out of. The water is crystalline, very deep, much deeper than you would think like a pool of its size, a pond of its size would be in the middle of a wood. But Mira knows that it goes down pretty far. Far enough that that Pickles can get lost a little bit down there, have some fun occasionally. So on top of this perfectly still pond, the three moons, as they are converge, are reflected in this almost like white light. So the top of this pool is just almost a perfect reflection of the moon. And you see that Mother Gorma has set up rings of these pyres all around the lake, and these fires are burning bright. And she comes over to greet you. Mira, I am so glad that you were able to make it through the trials. I honestly have no idea what they would even be like, because I've never been on the outside of these woods during convergence. I only have very, very old tales. What happened?
We stuck our hands in things. There was a lot of moistness.
Oh,
We
Still a
found
virgin.
lots of sparkly things. And here we are.
well, interesting. I have
Cleared
I
that
have-
right up.
I have set up the pond, the pool for our spell. If you would all follow me.
Pickles goes running towards the lake and cannonballs in.
There's like a lizard creature in Star Wars Episode 3 that makes like a squawk sound, and I just imagine that's what Pickle sounds like.
I can see it.
Before running in, Pickles spits the star knife out and clutters to the beach.
Yeah. Everyone roll a dexterity to avoid the star knife that has been hurled.
Oh, no.
Someone dies right now. That's
Oh.
Oh, that's a critical from...
Is that reflex save? I assume?
Actually, that's not really how this would work. I'm just gonna make a roll for Pickles. Oh
'Cause I got
no!
a 4.
What does Pickles add to their attack?
Right.
Do we know that? We don't. Oh, I'll just say it's a 15, straight 15. Does that beat anyone's AC?
No.
Pickles
Probably.
rolled a 2.
17.
My AC is a 13.
That meets mine.
If it would beat anyone's armor class, you can roll me a dexterity save.
What about me?
You are currently in goop form.
Oh,
Oh.
so would it hurt you? Or would you just
It
absorb
would
it?
still hurt. Yes, goop form is not immune
I
to
rolled
harm.
19 plus 2.
Does it hurt liquid when you stab it?
Let's answer that question when the knife embeds it into Effa. Sorry, Mira, you said you rolled 21?
Yeah, total.
Oh.
It's such a good baby cat.
Oh.
She just like is.
What'd you get over there, Effa?
What am I deducting or adding?
No, so it's your
reflex
dexterity
save.
save. Your reflex saving throw.
Oh, reflex saving throw. 8 total.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not high. It's very much not high. I rolled a 4.
this-
I have a 4 plus ref.
So this is how Effa dies?
thunder
No,
supply.
because
Pickles?
the knife would have hit you, but it goes
Chaotic
flying
neutral.
off into space.
Ooh.
It's more like, how unlucky are we? The knife is... Who knows?
The knife actually enters the plane of existence that I'm in and hits me.
Double dead.
You're double dog dead now.
Super dead. Like,
Actually,
so
if you
dead.
die in the afterlife, you
Super
get
dead.
back to living.
It hit Effa and stabbed right through the hand that she was holding.
Everyone's like, well, that would have been a cool knife. Well, rest in peace. And Pickles goes bounding into the water. Mother Gorma leads you over, and you can see that she has like raised up these like stepping stones in the lake, and you can like kind of look down, and there's like these individual stone pillar stepping stones, and in the middle of the pond there are like enough little stone seats for everyone to sit on.
I gloop
Thank
down.
Abadar, I don't have to get wet again.
Oh, Abadar likes it when you get wet.
Not me.
Oh, I learned more and more about Abadar.
From Roy's offhanded comments.
So everyone
Abadar
kind
is
of
a generous lover.
everyone kind of takes a seat. Who has the hand right now? I think the last person that had the hand was Temperance.
Did I?
It wasn't
Oh,
me.
I thought it was still in Effa.
So Effa handed him
No.
off to Temperance
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of the city when they walked in, and I don't remember if there was a time when it got handed back.
Yeah, in case I could bring it to the church and get it changed back. That makes sense.
So I
I'm
believe
pretty sure I sucked the Effa off the fingers of the hand, though.
I think you were
A lot of
tasting.
weird stuff's happening.
No, you dipped your fingers into me.
Yeah,
No, I did both.
I think
Oh.
well, let's say Mira has the hand for narrative's sake. Whatever happened last episode, actually there was some extra lore that you guys didn't hear, so we're not wrong.
Deep lore.
Deep lore. You have to listen to a couple of YouTube videos to actually get it. Mira, you have the hand, so you are sitting opposite Mother Gorma in this circle. So let's see. Fires of bright orange flame burn all around the pond as Mother Gorma begins her incantation. She reaches out her hands to kind of hold the hands next to her, and it goes all around. Mira, you're holding the hands of the people next to you, and Sen's hand is kind of sitting in your.
Glad we gave the hand to the person with the least motivation here.
As the final alignment happens and all three moons fully conjoin, the fires turn a bright green and become like pillars of flame all around the pond. The reflect, you guys looking down, you were seeing your reflection, and now you're kind of seeing this like shimmering image of something else. And Mother Gorma begins to chant, "Mother Midal, love us, but teach us. We offer you herbs, fresh cut." And she takes something from her pouch and casts it into the center of the circle on the water. "Maiden Dorna, make us lovely, and show us the perils of youth. We offer you wildflowers, fresh cut." And she throws some wildflowers into the center of the water. You guys watch them dip below the surface, but you don't see them like below the surface, almost like they vanish. "Crone Lakulan, show us the wisdom of age. Rebuke us in our wrongdoings. Incense we burn for you." And she like holds up a little bit of an incense, and suddenly the camera flips. Like you guys are upside down. Suddenly, as she chants the final words, "Moons of three, mother, maiden, crone, grant us passage to the way between worlds." The bright green flames, instead of forming pillars, the flames start to wrap around in a circle around you, and suddenly the astral plane is an eternal, flat silver sky over bottomless silver water. An occasional island of items from the infinite amount of planes that the astral plane touches juts up above the silver waves. As souls pass through, stronger-willed ones who do not want to pass on tend to create islands of their own, filled with old places and things that they loved. Spirits they once knew might recognize these monuments to self and come pay final visits, taking on momentary, near-corporeal form. The stronger the spirit's will, the longer the island stays together. As the astral plane intersects all other planes, you can sense that the ethereal plane has a strong intersection where you are, painting the sky with a green version of the northern lights. The water has an eerie green tinge to it, as does what you can see just a little bit from you, Sen's Island. Close at hand, you see such an island. Looking down into the endless depths, the stacks of old buildings and memories grow out of the infinite sea cresting just above the waves. A mismatch of different lopsided bell towers, cityscapes, castles crushed together. Spirits can be seen flying down and taking form on the gray, sandy beaches. Someone roll a 1d6, please.
3.
Are all these?
A large pile of rubble and an old drawbridge lead to the island. Quite lucky. You won't have to step in the water. A large gap between the old road and the slightly raised drawbridge means that someone will have to jump to make it there. So I will need either climb or jumping athletics checks to kind of get off of this bridge of this pile of rubble that you're currently standing on to the slightly raised drawbridge to make it to the island.
What is the jumper?
Never the jumpy.
In the church, they told us stories about these islands to sell that people would have, and that most of the time their buildings were all mortgaged to a raccoon named Tom Nook. But I don't know of such things. I didn't study.
Remember
Should we
last
throw
time
Roy
when I was
across?
like, I spent so much time and I'm like, there's no way they could do anything to this. And then they do. All right, so who's jumping up to the drawbridge? Who's trying to climb? What are we doing here?
Oh, well, as a druid, I went with climb, but as an Undine, I'm weak as fuck. So I have a 5.
A 5 total? Good.
Ooh.
So
Mira tried.
Mira attempts to jump up to the drawbridge, but like all memories here, they are fading. What was solid wood almost fades through her fingers like sand, and she drops into the gray-green water. And now I need you to roll me a Constitution, a save.
Just roll the 19.
Excellent. The water here, so you've been in water all your life. You've felt cold water before, but never like this. The cold of this seeps into your spirit, and it feels like if you stayed too long here, you might join the spirits.
Don't do that.
Do I get to see any of the spirits? Do I get it like?
Yeah, so there are currently spirits that are like kind of floating down onto the beach and taking form. But if you wanted to gaze into the water, you might see something else.
I want to gaze into the water.
Roll me a perception.
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Don't sell your soul to Tom Nook.
But what
Says
is such pretty
someone.
things?
No, that's what Temperance says. In the forbidden section of the library.
Don't follow the lights. God.
I rolled a 9.
It's murky down there. Like normally the silver water you'd be able to see pretty far, but because it is kind of green and you did stir it up a little bit by falling into it, it just you just feel something and it does not feel right. You feel like you need to swim out of here as fast as possible. But we'll get back to you.
Yeah. I want to get out. I want out.
All right, who is next to try and make it to the drawbridge?
I feel like I've gotta.
It's definitely not
Save
me.
me from those centipedes.
Effa, did you roll something? Did you perhaps roll something?
Yes, but what was the modifier?
So it's athletics. So it would be based on your if you don't have anything in athletics, it's your strength.
If you're jumping into
Acrobatics
your
too?
acrobatics.
Or
or
acrobat. What did I
you're
say?
climbing,
Athletics?
you
I
use
meant
your-
Okay.
acrobatics.
I'll
Did
roll.
you-
Bundles.
I'll roll.
Oh, I think we're
You
doing
roll
that
for
one.
me.
So
But if we're concerned with my roll, then it's a 14 total.
So you attempt to glorp up there because you're still in glorp form. And
Trademark.
you are able to kind of get your elbows in, your gloopy elbows, and as you attempt to get a handhold to pull yourself up, it slips again, the black sand effect, and you fall right into the water.
Can I try to assist Effa?
And I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
Well, that would be a 3 total.
Oh, Effa.
You take 1 con damage.
Ooh.
Oh God! Oh no, Effa, I'm so sorry, baby.
Oh, good.
That hits your actual ability score, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to try to roll to see if I could produce a red solo cup and scoop up Effa and hurl her across.
People could have definitely approached this tactfully. Yeah. Tactically. Absolutely, that could have happened.
I mean, that really depends on your style.
Yeah, that's true.
Seeing the other two slip and fall, can I turn to Roy and be like, would it be helpful to you if I helped throw you?
Oh, I don't think so. But
Okay. You
An
seem like you're
important
pretty
thing-
good at jumping and climbing.
An important thing to note
Okay.
is that there are no animal companions here.
I don't need an animal companion. I just like to have one.
Don't
But
let Shirley hear that.
The
Okay,
things we
I
tell
rolled-
ourselves.
I rolled 19 plus 3, so 22.
Aye.
To jump, you leap off the ground like a little dust circle forms where you were, and you do do you land perfectly on your feet, kind of like a Jack Sparrow getting onto the dock, or do you do a superhero?
Ooh. I think I do the superhero landing.
Boom! You land on the drawbridge absolutely perfectly. And
And then I turn around and I go, what? Like it's hard?
your two friends are in the water like and all that happens simultaneously too, so they all three jump, two just go and then Roy just doom.
Just in my belly and I'm trying to scoop Effa out of the water, but I can't tell which is what.
It's just
Running through my fingers.
It's like trying to collect an oil spill. So that leaves, I believe, only Temperance on the rubble pile. Temperance, what are you doing?
I gotta try it for the sake of ego and because Sen helped me and we all came here to help Sen. So
So you said you're jumping?
I think I'm gonna jump because boy,
Do it.
that is
do it.
literally a 0.
Incredible.
No, that's not possible. There is no.
Incredible.
Oh, after your modifier. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
And
So Temperance doesn't even get the black sand effect. He literally
I didn't even notice the board that was over his toes as he did a standing long
absolutely
jump.
does the Frodo into the dead marches where he just straight in. Roll me a Constitution save.
At least I won't get wet again, he said as he rolls his
The water is so cold. It goes right through
Okay,
your
that's
bones,
better.
right into your very spirit.
the 21 in the contract.
You are managed to stay strong. You have felt the pull of dark before, and you managed to beat it out. And what'd you roll? You said 21.
In that water.
You beat it out in the
Beating
water.
it out.
All right.
Done that before when I felt the pull. of the
What was
dark.
your total roll there?
It was a 21.
21. So I will say that you can push Effa forward a little bit. So everyone that fell in the
Billowing
water,
robes.
unless Roy, you want to help somehow, everyone is going to need to either swim, try and swim to the beach, or swim back to the rubble and try and jump again.
I would love to help. I'm like real busy today, so I don't know if I have time. No, I don't know.
Does anybody have any rope? I remember Sen had rope.
Yeah, I don't know that I do.
Marigold had silk rope, but presumably
What I
they're-
have is silver dwarf coins and rum. So if either of those would be helpful in this moment.
Nothing is more Roy than that being what's in their inventory.
What I got?
I've got coins and rum. Does that help? Get fucked.
Hey.
All I have is a piece of paper saying that I'm a good boy.
All right. If Roy, you cannot help, that is fine. Everyone else needs to make a swim check to make it to the beach.
Oh no.
Oh, good. I have lots of ranks in this too, just like my climb and my acrobatic.
Excellent.
I rolled a 0 again.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled a 2 with the -2 mod.
2 crew.
Why?
Yeah,
Why the 2?
I rolled a 1, but I'm +4, and I'm a fucking Undine. How am I about to drown?
You are.
I'm
Oh,
holding
right.
on to your ankles.
This somehow always happens if I put water traps in. I'm like, this will be so easy, and then the whole party dies. So I'll get to my bad boys here in a second. Effa, please make a roll. Did you also roll a nat? Oh, that's a 3.
A dirty 1, because I have a negative
Jesus.
2.
As you all
Cool.
three slip below the cold waves, you hear something, and it's individual for each of you. Temperance, you hear a feminine voice. Temperance, I didn't mean to hurt you. Temperance, come with me and you can be happy. It's not a voice you've ever heard, but it yet is a voice that seems familiar. Temperance, my sweet boy, just come a little lower in the water, and we can be together again.
Just considers it.
Mira, you hear? Mira, it wasn't your fault, but if you come with me, we can be together. Mira, just come farther down in the water and Effa, you hear nothing.
My whole life summed up in a sentence.
Somehow more crushing than hearing something, there is no one to call out to you.
Oh.
Jesus.
You can see a little quiver go through my goop.
And everyone is going to. So my nat 1, you are going to automatically fail your con save, and you are going to take 1.
But it was so good.
Nope, it was a 1. That is a crit fail.
Ouch,
'cause
ouch.
for those who just started listening on this episode, like 7 or 8 or whatever it is, we do heroic rolls where if you roll a 1 or a 20, no matter what roll it is for, that is a crit success or a crit.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, in this case, it is a crit. So you are going to take 1 con damage.
Instead of eating lunch.
And for everyone else, you can roll a con saving throw, please.
Ready?
Yeah, alright. 21
Just
again.
assume I failed.
You failed, Effa?
I super failed. I mean, I
Okay.
already have a negative to my fucking constitution.
Oh no.
Yeah, so super failed by roll a 1 or...
No, okay, not that super fail.
Okay. You take 1 con damage.
Okay. Oh my god. Stacking?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
This is
No.
Uh,
No.
So luckily, the tide is with you guys. It is washing you toward the shore. So roll another swim check, please. Roy, your friends are drowning to death.
Roy, sadly taking it.
Did I say swim? Yeah, roll another swim.
Oh my god. I got a 2 this time.
I got a 2, but I'm +4.
Luckily-
so 6.
I
I
can't
don't
swim.
want anyone to die, but
But
I
luckily,
do
I'm
try to
too
do
strong to die from drowning.
Effa, what did you get?
16 total.
Yay.
Effa,
Hell yeah.
Effa is able to pull her body into shape and swim to shore.
I look like a
Um,
canoe.
You said 16. Effa, I will let you make an even or odd roll to see if you are able to pull anyone else with you.
Even.
Oop, doesn't count.
Are you like the Mrs. Incredible?
You are
speedboat?
able to pull one of your friends with you. You have to choose.
Oh, this is so difficult for me. The
Sophie's
world
close.
slows down, and I look. I'm like, oh, who can ride me in the kayak?
Well, let's stay in the
Uh,
slow down for a second. So you look to your left and you see Mira. She is just pawing at the water as she sinks in like actual terror on her face. Like she has never had problems swimming. That is obvious. There's a look on her face of like this is like more than wrong. Like obviously someone who's drowning is like, I don't like this, but this is like pure terror. And as like her face is just like absolute like that fight or flight response. You look to
what's
your
the
right
third part of that though? Fight or
What's that?
flight. There's a third part to fight or flight, I believe.
Also freezing.
If you're
There we go.
real horny, Effa, I'm sure there's options.
Effa does actually have a third natural response.
Well,
And
you
is
look to your right,
confused when
Temperance
other people
is
do
beating
not
off
have-
in the water.
So when you look to your left and you saw Mira, she's
Mhm.
quite a bit lower. Like she's having trouble.
Okay.
You look over at your right, Temperance. He's like right below the water line. Obviously, still like he is obviously drowning. He's also kind of like pawing at the surface, trying to swim up. Also looks in trouble.
Mhm.
Temperance heard the voice too, so he's kind of like looking down,
Mm-hmm.
jittery.
Are my arms long enough that I can reach?
You would have to have something to help you reach. The way it is like you're on like this kind of like drawbridge that's raised up above the water.
Your third arm?
So my option would be to like jump in.
I got it.
You
To
would,
help.
if you don't have a rope or like a long pole or something, you'd have to jump in.
Can you take your spider silk suit off and lasso one of us?
Unravel it.
I mean, what do we
Look,
got?
I just want to get Roy naked, okay?
I mean, fair.
You got to see what all the gods see, you know.
You swing that Roy dong around your head like a lasso.
Roy, use your pole.
Polar? I don't even know her.
Roy, do you leap in or do you not?
Oh God, I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna leap in. because
Excellent.
that's what we do.
So we do a slow motion. Roy is like leaping in. And
They
we
watch
need
slow
to-
motion.
Effa, you need
Oh,
to
absolutely.
tell us who you rescue.
I couldn't decide between either one, so I did eeny,
What-
meeny, miny, mo, and that
And
ended up
rescued my-
picking
Roy.
Monsieur Macpeace.
You in the heat of the moment, in an instantaneous decision, you see that maybe you'd have to swim down a little farther to grab Mira. So you grab Temperance by the collar and pull him behind you as you make it to shore, and both of you end up on the gray-green sandy beach, coughing and sputtering up the cold water. Mira, you maybe see this, maybe you don't, maybe you're too scared to see anything. And then Roy, you see Effa is pulling Temperance to shore. The last person in is Mira, so you're basically going to land right where she is and be able to pull them in if you do a couple things for me. So first, I need you to roll a con save
Okay.
as the cold water touches your body.
Oh no.
No.
Oh
No!
Oh my god.
Okay.
No. Why?
So
Why?
you are gonna take a con damage,
No.
and you will not be able to make a swim. You are drowning. This turn.
Oh, boy.
So next turn, or no, Mira, it is your turn to try and swim.
Can I make eye contact with Mira and go like this?
Actually, since you do roll a run, hold on. So you hit the water, and as the water kind of goes over your head,
Mhm.
you hear, "Roy, come back to me, Roy. I've missed you."
gotta pay rent for how much time you spend in my DMs,
You
man.
can live as a demigod with.
It's not like the worst option.
And Mira, so you are trying to regain yourself here. So you see Roy splash in above you in a clear attempt to try and grab you. And Roy seems like they have been caught by the same vision. They are staring downward, fear-stricken face. They are paddling wildly and sinking. So I need you to roll a swim check, and if it's good enough, you might be able to grab Roy with you.
I rolled 16 plus 4 for swim, so 20.
Perfect. So you, for whatever reason, whatever was kind of going on, you turn like that, hearing that voice breaks you from it. You see Roy struggling, and you are like, I'm a swimmer. You grab Roy, and you just like quickly make it to the shore. You both get up out of the water onto the beach. Again, coughing and sputtering, very cold. Steam is kind of like rolling
I'm
off
trying
of
to
your
give
body.
Roy mouth to mouth.
Oh.
Anyway, as all that is happening, let's take a
Anyway.
quick break before we shift scenes to Sen. Sen, you open your eyes. Seemingly, you fell asleep mid-party. You look all around you, and this crazy mead hall that seems like 3 buildings jammed together is thrumming with energy. Hundreds of these semi-corporeal spirits are drinking and cheering, singing melancholic songs. Some of them funny, some of them sad. Dead you may be, but will still drink with thee. The old road has ended, but the new one lays ahead, another group sings. The walls, the walls, the walls of Stringaro. The dragon painted the walls bright red, a third, more morose party sings. All toasting, all drinking, all laughing, and remembering the fond times they've had with you. As the crowd roars and cheers, what are you doing?
I'm looking for a drink.
There are every kind of drink. There are seemingly no bartenders, but as soon as you thought of a drink, one appeared in your spirit hand.
I'm glugging it down and raising glasses at everybody who compliments me in some way.
Lots
Are
of
there a lot of those?
compliments,
Okay.
lots of good memories.
I raised no glasses.
I love you! You killed me!
I know, it's like something I do.
I tried your beauty product. I died!
I'm such a mischievous scamp.
Cheers, skull! As this is going on, seemingly endlessly, there is no time, there is no beginning and ending. It seems like you've been here forever and no time at all. Suddenly, a loud metal ping breaks through the noise of the party, and it keeps coming back about every 10 seconds. Ping! The crowd begins to become quiet and kind of parts in front of this doorway that's at the opposite end of the mead hall. They all begin staring at you very quietly as this pinging sound continues.
I think someone's laundry is done. Is like someone gonna get that? I'm just like looking at the faces. Like
Everyone is just looking at you, completely ashen-faced quietly. Ping!
what is this? Why are we not partying?
The door where the sound seems to be coming from, there's kind of a fiery glowing red from the other side of it.
That's like super ominous. But I'm like really stupid and I'm gonna go check it out.
Every step you make closer to this door, it seems a little farther away, and everything behind you also seems a little. It seems like you're walking too long to get to this door. Eventually, you get to this old wooden door and push it open. you see kind of this. There's a storefront right across from this meat hall, seemingly too close. The road is about as narrow. You'd have to like go sideways to get through this road, as like too many maps seem to have smushed together. And inside this shop, there's a kind of a sign, a metal sign on the front, and it says blacksmith. And inside, there's this kind of like warm, glowing fire, and you see someone. A spirit is tending the forge. Everyone, of course, is wearing a mask because this is a big party for you, a big carnival. So his mask is that of a bronze Corinthian helm, tarnished blue from age. He smells of tilled earth and ozone. He stands at 6'7", and his frame is thickly muscled. When you walk in, he drops the hammer, the large blacksmithing hammer that he is using, and oh, I have missed you so much! Sibling, how many years has it been?
I don't know, like probably a bazillion.
You have not changed one bit, and yet you have changed much. Come, come, let us sit by the fire.
Okay. Just like get ready for the party.
So, tell me, you're dead. How was that?
I mean, like, it was really unexpected, but it was kind of epic. And this whole thing is fun.
Yes, wasn't it a dragon that finally got you? Very funny.
I know, it was amazing. I got like squished into a bazillion pieces. Super gross.
Do you know what's happening in the world of the living?
I don't know. They're probably just like fucking and stuff like usual.
They are fucking, as always. But some of your friends have arrived on this island. They found a piece of you and intend to bring you back to the world of the living.
Are you for realsies?
I've never been able to lie.
I know, it's like really annoying. Even when
But-
I burn the carpet. Ugh.
Correct me if I'm wrong. How long have you been traveling with these fair mortals?
I mean, I think it was like a couple hours.
That they developed a connection with you that quickly. That seems right.
Yeah, I'm kind of amazing.
Of course. Of course. Well, let me hammer out these last few bits, and then I have a gift for you. So he returns kind of to the fire, and he begins hammering on this very large, kind of like insane looking piece of metal. It's hooked and barbed. It's menacing looking, and it's about the size of you. It's about your length, is how large it is.
Mhm.
You know, mother and father wished that they could be here, but as events have transpired, unfortunately, they cannot be.
They could never handle a party anyway.
That is true. And they could never handle you, if I remember correctly.
I'm a little bit much to handle, yeah.
Someone else who you've had a difficult relationship with is here as well, and she will want to see you before you go.
I thought this was like a party. Why is it like turning into a like reunion?
Well, unfortunately, you cannot stop who visits your island.
Fine, okay. Who is it?
Who else? Who might you think?
I don't know. Like cousin Jeffrey?
It is your sister.
Oh. Okay.
Her shop is just down the street. And he picks up the large metal barb that he's been creating, and when he holds it in his fist and passes it to you, suddenly it's about that big and on a long silver keychain. Keep this with you. You will understand its purpose when it comes.
Thank you. Hey,
Of course. Now,
Does sister like look good?
of course, I made it.
Is sister like hot today or
I mean, beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder.
you're so helpful. Forgot.
I must tell you, a decision lies before you. If you go with your friends, this might be the last time I see you.
What?
Your favorite party trick might not be available anymore.
Really?
Now, off you go to see your sister! And the blacksmith goes dark. There is no one there.
Zen looks very concerned and confused and Hmm. I guess I should. Where's my sister?
You wander out into the street that is too narrow, and you see a mage's tower that is like sideways, kind of like coming up at an obtuse angle.
Well, that's like really gross. So she's probably in there.
The mage's tower rises up. The top is seemingly missing, having not followed the rest of the tower to this plane. Dim light is coming out of the dusty windows by the front door. A sign hangs outside displaying only a black cauldron.
Okay. I'm gonna go in.
You push open the rotting wood door, and inside it is thick with the smell of incense, and dozens of thick bundles of herbs drying from the rafters. Towards the back, sitting behind a small wooden table with a magic ball sitting on it, is a cloaked figure wearing a mask of a blank face. Wiry gray hair sticks out from the hood and from behind the mask. Sister! It is I, your sister. Sibling, come forward.
Fine. Okay.
I know we did not part on good terms the last time we were together, which is why I have come, fearing we might never see each other again. As you know, the future is foggy, full of branching paths. An ancient-seeming hand, very bony and gnarled, goes over the magic ball, which begins to swirl with a red smoke. Roll me a 1d6, please. Sen, sit! It has been too long. Maybe together we could look at your future and see what your choices might be. What was your d6?
It's a 6.
Perfect. The room, what little light there is, it becomes dark. The only light emanating from the magic ball. Spirits, speak to me. Tell me the future of Sen. If you leave and go into the beyond. Here your sister seems to be speaking with many voices. The future is certain. The die is cast. The one you once killed shall return, and without your aid, he will rule as he once dreamed. His awakening shall begin on the eye. And then roll another d6. Now, if you shall return to the world, let us see what that path looks like.
A 1.
The room becomes dark once again, but not dark in shadow. A figure looms over the table, seemingly made of shadow. Your sister, her head cocks back And out of her mouth comes a voice that you recognize from eons past, seemingly from your dreams. I see you, Sen. I shall rule. I even now sense your presence on this plane, and I will snuff you out before you get the opportunity to return. Here you are weak. Your friends are weak. Your sister comes back. Light, as it was, returns to the room. You must go. You must leave. He is coming.
Already like up and like backing out the door. Somewhat frantically.
As that happens, we return to your friends on the beach.
In the crystal ball, did you see all of us drowning?
Oh!
Great
Friends
voice.
on the beach, as you are pulling yourselves up onto the sands, something that this plane does. You have not come here in your full physical forms. You're here in your spirits. And when you come in your spirit, it's what you really look like. So, Mira, what do you look like?
Literally just as hot as always. A little bit sparklier, but I still have that kind of teal tinge. Still have the seaweed style green hair, little finny ears. Yeah, just everything a little bit brighter and sparklier.
Like the Platonic forms, where this is your true form. Like you've shed all dimness of the mortal plane, and this is how you are truly to be perceived.
Not just a shadow on a cave wall.
Temperance, I'm going to tell you something about how you look. Your horns are richly curled back. Your body is bathed in bright flame. In your hand, you carry a set of heavy iron keys, which are also aflame. And as you walk, so you have, I believe, normal feet, right? You don't have cloven hooves?
Correct.
You do have cloven hooves. And behind you, they leave a trail of fiery footprints.
I'm like trying to brush the sand over the footprints as I go.
Oh,
No demon walked through here.
What else is true about it? Those are the things that you didn't know.
I think the only real difference that I was going to say is that normally Temperance wears a very voluminous cloak that with a hood to cover his head and horns and arms and hands, and now it's gone. He's just in normal clothes.
And Roy.
Oh, I look exactly the same.
Roy is as good as Roy will ever look. There is no improving. The only thing you notice that's a little different is wherever Roy walks, there seems to be this kind of halo of light around him.
Classic.
Roy's quite small, right? Are there like craters in the ground everywhere he steps that don't make any sense?
It's like it's like
There's a set of footsteps next to him.
the walking on the beach. There's just a lot of things around.
Oh wait, no, no. You're absolutely right. No, Roy is actually floating right now, but there is a set of footsteps underneath him. It appears that you can't see anything, but it appears Roy is being cradled. That's kind of
Very cozy.
It's like the footprints on the Marauders
now
map
we-
in the
now we
credits.
get to
Everywhere
Effa.
Roy goes.
Oh.
Effa, what do you really look like?
Ooh.
In my
Can it be
mind's
perceived?
eye,
No, one at a time. One at a time.
it's definitely difficult to perceive. But it can be described in simpler terms as
Your mouth is full.
the concept of sploosh.
Very good.
Sploosh made flesh.
You look at Effa right now, and it's almost like a biblical angel. They just Fear not.
So many
Oh,
eyeballs.
God. Why are there so many appendages? Why is it looking at me
So
with
many
every
claws
eye in
and
existence?
tentacles and eyes.
No suckers, just eyes.
Oops, all eyes.
He's just about there.
Yeah, it's actually Yog Shogoth right here, right now. Anyway, so as you guys are marching up the beach, did I forget anyone? No, I didn't. As you guys are marching up the beach, behind you, you hear a familiar rickety sound of some skeletons. Yeah, I might be the chosen one. There are 3 skeletons behind you. Roll initiative. They, the bones seemingly wash ashore and then just.
Fucking hell.
I keep losing my dice app.
4.
Where's okay.
Wait, a 4 total?
Yeah.
Good, excellent.
Ooh,
Roll a
okay.
2.
So you'll be last.
16.
Who was a 16?
Roy.
13. For Mira.
How stupid
What'd
am
you
I?
get?
What's the modifier? Where's the initiative modifier on the character sheet?
Should be right on the
Below
front by the top.
skills.
Under the hit points.
There it is. It's small.
Maybe for
So
you.
Effa gets a 17 total.
Okay, good.
Unusually light in this moment.
It's all the eyes you saw it coming.
So you, let's see. Yep, you have a 17. Let's see what they get. Mhm.
I don't know
Wow.
if that's an ominous or oh well, it didn't go the way I wanted.
Really the same. Effa, you are first. There
Okay.
are 3 skeletons.
But no wild ride.
Just skeletons.
Just skeletons. Got it. Okay. No further references.
Trying to play a game here, Natalie.
One of them is wearing a funny hat. Does that help?
Is the nearest one? Oh, this is a connection.
That's called a text-to-text connection.
Yeah, the
Really
one with the funny hat looks at Effa and is like, I could be a skeleton, baby.
Is that one within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
I like it.
Can I scooch on up?
Yep.
And be like, I
Envelop.
don't like the cut of your jib. Is that the term? I
That
don't
is.
know, but that's what I'm saying to you before I try to use my morphic weaponry against you. So.
Here comes
Oh, why? Look, I can't say I have a cursed die because I have used like 5 different ones throughout the night.
Oh no. Was that a 1?
That's a 1.
All right, so what happens is they're right on the edge of the beach, right?
Mhm.
So you slash at one. He just goes like, "Meh." He turns. Actually, you glorp through him, and you fall into the water. So roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
He feels like
The
he's home for a
consequences of my
split second.
actions.
I'm home.
Okay.
I am the chosen one.
Despite the continued negatifiers to my constitution, I did roll an 18, and it's
Excellent.
only minus. My iPod died, but it's no more than -3, so I have it at the lowest of 15.
That you made it. You feel the bone-chilling water once again, which doesn't make a difference because you don't have bones. But you imagine this is what it would feel like if they were chilled. A shiver passes through your glute, and we go to Roy.
Present.
Roy, skeleton killer, and king of skeletons.
What they used to call me in a past life. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna swing my Earthbreaker at the nearest one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, here we go. 15, 16, 17.
You hit.
17. Okay. And damage is 1d10. Alright. This is a 10. 9!
You turn that poor bony man into bone dust.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
I will be the one to and he just blows away.
Roy the
Gosh, I
deboner.
sure didn't take the time to be sure that you were like an enemy. I just hit you with a hammer.
And so there are 2 skeletons left. Both of them are gonna try and take a swing at Roy.
Bring him on.
Roy.
Chatter, chatter, chatter.
Roy's our boy. Roy's our boy.
Does the
That's what
16
audience
hit?
is hearing. Wait, what?
Does a 16 hit?
My AC is 17.
Ooh, let's see if the next one. Chatter, chatter. Oh no, I actually got lower. His little butt. Oh God.
I say, better luck next time, fellas.
Oh, you're so encouraging. And turn me into dust. Anyway, it is Mira's turn. Mira, the skeleton with the funny hat, is still around.
Aw, I want the hat.
Am I able to reach the skeleton with the funny hat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna whack them with my quarterstaff in an
Of course.
attempt to whack the hat off specifically because I want it.
Excellent.
I want that hat.
Give me your hat, skeleton.
I'm gonna seduce that skeleton and that hat over at my apartment on accident, but I'm not gonna return it.
Oh, the 7.
It's a long con.
Well, a 7. You rolled a 7, or that's your total attack?
That's my total.
All right. That didn't happen to be a 1, did it, on that attack?
No.
Okay. Well, surprise. So you strike with the bow staff, and it goes straight through his ribcage and touches nothing, and it comes.
Can I come across with my second side of the quarterstaff and try and whack him?
So fighting with 2 weapons, unless you have the skills for it,
One
is actually
weapon, but
2. So 2-sided is still kind of the same
Oh.
thing. You'd actually have taken minuses on that first attack.
Oh.
So it's best just to try and bonk until you have the feats to back up 2 weapons.
it was a bad
Um,
bonk.
Bonking is my specialty. That's why they call
Bad
me
bonk.
Bad bonk.
Everyone knows that's canon. That he's actually called Roy Bonk.
That's when I'm undercover as a fighter.
You have an undercover name that's just Roy Bonk.
Yeah.
It's you put a
How would they
mustache.
know?
Yeah, and no one has ever recognized me.
So yeah, Mira, a valid attempt. Even Rod. Odd.
Refresh and see if it fixes itself.
So unfortunately,
Yeah.
you swing, you miss, and you also somehow when you miss, his hat gets firmer onto his little skull head. Thank you, he says charmingly.
Oh,
And then we're down to Temperance. Kitty.
Why didn't that mute that time? All right. Temperance is going to also swing at skeleton with a hat with his book, but I'm just going to try to push the book or the hat through the skull. Just to roll most, just kind of
Excellent. Roll
smash in.
to smash with book.
Got an 18.
You smash with book. Roll damage.
That's 1d8.
No,
and
please, my beautiful hat.
D8 is obviously.
My sweet skull. I only have one. God.
That is a 7.
Oh, thank. You just accordion him. Even
Just
Rod.
wordlessly. Bam. Odd.
When you bring the book back up, the hat kind of like flies up out of the debris pile perfectly and alights right on Mira's head.
But on Mira's head, I look jealously at the thing that could cover my horns.
It could absolutely not cover your horn. It's like one of those little peasant hats.
Oh, the little flaps.
Yeah, yep.
Just like in real life,
Ooh.
Temperance underestimates how large his head is.
And there's one skeleton left. We're back up to Effa.
Of course. Am I still within range? Wait, is it the one I'm in range of, or do I need to get close to it?
No, you can just turn around and still be in range.
All right. That die went under the coffee table, so roll d20 plus 2. I move within range and I roll a 6 with modifiers.
Once again, your like glorpy claws, you swipe and they just like the bones just kind of like glorp through them. I feel like you weren't trying to tickle me, but that's what you did.
There's always got to be one of us in any combat situation, and I proudly take the mantle.
Wait, it's me next, right?
It is.
I would like to say my turn to tickle you next, and then just bash him with it.
Nice.
Hooray, I live tickles. Oh, Lord. Chatter,
Uh,
chatter.
oh damn. 18
Well, that's it.
damage. 7.
Maybe I have it. And you just like the front half of his skeleton, you just like cleave off with, and then the back half is just like.
Oh my god. Tickle.
Anyway,
Lord.
that's after. So you guys are out of combat. You seemingly are out of combat. So kind of all around the beach, there's like these random bits of rubble. The beach kind of goes sharply up to where all the buildings are like all cramped together. It's kind of a cove looking thing. Out of where there is rubble that creates like sharp corners, you see these kind of like shadowy hounds appear. They're baring their very sharp, long teeth at you. You see a few appear. And then, just as suddenly, you see running onto the beach this 16-foot tall marble statue looking thing, but it's clearly a man. It has like long hair, and a long beard that's like blowing in the breeze somehow, but it still appears he's made of marble. Long golden spear and this golden helm with a little nasal guard adorn him, and he gets in front of you guys and slams his spear down into the beach. Back, hounds, back to your master. He has not power yet to enter this beach.
I push Roy
They
forward.
slink back and vanish into the shadows. Following this gigantic marble man are a bunch of these blue hounds. They kind of look like foxhounds. They have like the big long ears. They're like blinking across the beach. They're blink dogs. So they like have little personal teleports, and they're all just like blinking all over the beach. They're like pointing where the hounds used to be. And the giant man very wearily like leans on his golden spear, and you see that like on his legs there's like these deep cracks in the marble kind of forming. And now you're kind of looking at him. The golden luster of his spear and helm is kind of like not all there. Like the gold is old, cracked, fading. Oh, you must go and find your friend. It is not long that I can hold back him. And he gestures out across the eternal silver sea, and you just see a hand made of storm clouds crawling over the horizon, green lightning shooting out into the sea. He seeks your friend. You must go quickly. And everyone does what?
Who are
I say,
you?
you want to get tickled? I'm just kidding.
I am a friend of your friend, and therefore your friend.
I go running in that direction.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you guys
a
go
friend.
up the beach. You maybe cast a look over your shoulder. You see more of these hounds appearing on the beach, and he's swatting them back with his spear and stabbing into them. But there's a few.
Good luck. Over my shoulder.
As you're still like trying to scoop sand over your fiery footprints. Those are mine. Those are someone else's.
You didn't see a demon. You saw a faithful servant of Abadar.
You try to do a dumb Jedi mind trick.
Ooh.
Anyway, you guys hurry into the city, and I need you to roll me. Let's say. That's why.
We die to a spike trap. Help! I'm dead of spikes.
Let's. All right, I need everyone to roll me a perception as you try and look for Sen in this tangly mass of buildings.
Ooh, I rolled an 18.
I rolled a nat 20.
I roll
All
7.
right.
Fine, okay. Just kidding.
Sorry. With a 9 perception plus.
So without having to ask any of the spirits, you just can you have like this weird sense where a lot of the roads seem a lot of the roads seem darker, but one of them just kind of like makes its way for you. And as you're making your way along, all these buildings are kind of in various states of disrepair. You pass an old bank where the vault door has swung open. Clearly, Sen is further on, but there is an open bank vault. No one sees this but you, so you make the choice.
Me, Temperance?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't care.
No, you, Jacob.
Temperance couldn't care less.
Who am I? What?
Bank vaults mean nothing to me.
Excellent. You pass on.
I say nothing, you keep going.
You finally get to the Mage's Tower. You see this like lopsided tower. There's kind of a dark presence around it. And you see flying out of the doorway. Sen, what is your spiritual form that they see flying through this doorway? Sweating somehow?
My face looks like really animated and like weirdly colorful. Kind of like I'm wearing one of the masks that everybody else is wearing here. And then like I'm wearing like flowy robes that are very form fitting, but like have like long colorful tassels. I basically look like some giant like jester or something.
Very good. You see a floppy mess of fabric fall out of a mage's tower. It's Sen, everyone. Mira, you've never seen Sen before, but everyone shouts, "That's Sen!"
Glurp, glurp, glurp.
Sen! We're here!
Hey, yeah.
We are here! We are here!
My God, like, why would you come here?
Somehow you had more of an impact on me than 60 years of living in a church.
Ooh,
like,
that
super
sounds like
sweet.
some interesting religious commentary.
I don't have time to examine that right now.
Coming out of the building after Sen is an seemingly old woman, hunchbacked, long gray hair coming out from behind her hood, and she's wearing a blank mask. The exit to this place is down those stairs. And you can see kind of this old, ruined, orphanage-looking building. It's enough of the letters appear on the front that you can make out that maybe it was an orphanage. And you see these stairs that kind of go down into the entrance, into shadow. There lies your way back to the mortal realm, and Sen, if that is the path you wish to walk, it is the way you must go. And they go back into the Mage's Tower, and the dim light becomes darkness.
I turn to my friends and I'm like, so like I don't know about like this whole going back to Earth thing or like, but it's getting like really weird and scary here. So I say screw it. Let's just fucking go, right?
Roll a will save for me, please. Sen.
My will is my worst.
Oh,
How we got here in the first place.
Ooh, a 16.
All right. The world, your world, seems to be holding together, but stress fractures are beginning to appear across the buildings, through the ground. Nothing that would impede your progress yet, but it seems like if you want to make a decision, now would be the time.
God, like I really like cheese and like cheese is down there and like it actually tastes better than like cheese here. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we gotta go before it gets like really event horizon-y here.
Most
I
of
just
us
start
almost
going
drowned.
towards
Trying to get you.
the
Yes,
mortal.
and half of your friends are soaking wet
Yeah,
and
I'm not
looking
even gonna
rather
address that.
pale.
We're all wet.
I would just like to point out that wet looks good on me, okay?
Yes.
It
the
actually
gleaming
does.
spider silk bodysuit.
Even though Roy already surpasses numbers that could possibly define how attractive a person is, he's somehow gone further past that wet t-shirt silk spider suit. Roy is
I keep and
an
there's like this constant like
absolute.
warm breeze blowing my hair.
Yes, there is. With that is canon, I believe. Your hair is always lightly blowing in the breeze.
Yes. Sen doesn't address any of your wetness, but then turns to Effa and says, "You look wetter than usual."
click, 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 blah.
Aren't you in your human form?
No.
Okay.
we realized what we asked them what their true form was, and it is the
Right.
personification of Glorp.
Close, but good enough.
And the
Glue?
Glorp was with Bud. and Glorp
I
was
apologize.
Sploosh.
Oh,
Sploosh. It was sploosh.
worse. So you are looking at exactly what I think Sploosh looks like somehow. It's
Just think of
impossible
high
to put to words.
Yeah.
I would not have thought of high tide when I thought of the word sploosh, but all right. We carry on. We go down the stairs, and these stairs seem to go just straight down for a very long time. Long enough that, Sen, you need to roll me another will save.
Goodness. Ooh, 7.
A large fracture appears in front of you, separating you from the continuing stairs. You will have to jump, but it will be at a +5 because it is at a slant, so easier to make the jump.
Oh, I got this. My acrobatics is crazy pants. It's at a +5. Yeah, we're in the 30s.
All right, Sen, you can choose 2 people that you just grab and take with.
Who was closest to me?
I'm not very good at jumping.
I will grab Temperance because we also just have such history together. And then I will grab Mira because she looks less sticky than Effa.
Wow. Anti-sticky propaganda.
Pragmatic.
I know.
He is the only
Glorp!
reason we're all here.
Glorp!
Sploosh!
I said she looked wetter than usual. Okay, I'm taking notice of these things.
Anyway. All right, so 3 have made it across. Are you doing anything to help the others that have not made it across? We have Roy and Effa.
I can stand near the edge and be like, I'll try to catch you.
You'll have to toss me.
You're gonna have to toss me.
All right, so who is jumping first? Do we have Effa or Roy? Or are you both holding hands and jumping into the void together?
Suicide pact.
I don't know how to hold hands with Effa.
Suicide.
I would like to gloop onto Roy's back.
Ooh, like a backpack.
Yes.
Aw, backpack.
Roy didn't even let God hold him down.
I don't think that's allowed.
Word of God is striking us down. Fine.
and flavor text you can glorp onto Roy's back, but you'll somehow still have to pass a jump. Yep.
Okay, let's do it together.
All right, let's do this.
Aim for the bushes.
Geronimo.
Just gonna jump off
Alright.
of Roy like Mario off you.
Is this acrobatics? Because it's jumping.
Yeah.
I got a total of
17.
10. Yeah, so I did worse.
What'd you get, Roy?
17.
All right, you both made it across. It was a pretty easy jump, and with Sen reaching out to grab, you are able to make it across. But Effa, you slip a little bit as you're being grabbed, and you kind of hit the edge of the stairs. So you'll take
Splat.
like
Damage.
a D2 of damage.
It's a large gong sound effect when it happens, though.
You take 2 damage.
2 damage. Oh no. Okay,
Oh,
I am
right
at
on your non-existent ribs.
so 3 out of.
You
I'm at
cracked a glute.
3/4 health.
Oh no.
One of the bubbles popped in your abdomen.
All right, so we appear now at the bottom of this long stair, and there is a just a plain wooden door. It stands open, and you can see that you're looking through the water to where all of you guys are. Like you're looking from the bottom of the lake up. So the rest of you pass through. Do you have anything to say to Sen before they pass through? Or if they choose to pass through?
I'm gonna drown.
You
I'll
pass through.
never make it.
Mira, as you pass through the door, what do you say? Nothing?
Hi. We haven't
You-
actually been introduced. I'm Mira.
Like your hue.
Thanks. I hope we get to talk more. I should be good at swimming, but it hasn't gone well lately, so.
You've like totally got this. You're good.
Okay.
You
Back
pass
at
through
you.
the door.
I sucked on your fingers. They were really nice.
The fuck did she just say?
What did she say? Effa, what do you say as you pass back into the world of the living?
Splurk.
Blur.
That was not a nice blurk. That was you called me slimy blurk. Everybody knows it. And Effa passes back into the prime material plane.
And at right like a millisecond before I'm gone, there's like a sound like a air bubble escaping my ooze.
Oh.
Yes, that's how I fart. You're
Not the
welcome.
anus front part, yeah.
And the last one to pass back through, we have Roy. Roy, what do you say as you exit this plane?
All right, throw in a peace sign. That's always good. It's a good
No,
sign.
see you on the flippities. That was a surprise. Anyway,
See you on the flip flop.
See on the flippities, Thucydides.
everyone who has walked back through, you wake up, sitting where you were. The moons are beginning to move slightly out of alignment. A crack has kind of formed in reality in the middle of the circle where you all are. It's like kind of white crack. A jagged crack between realities. And we go back to Sen. So I'm going to ask everyone else to stop listening.
Okay.
All right, on the honor system, everyone is now. So as you are about to walk through the door, your brother and sister appear on either side. Your brother is in his war form, a giant marble man. Your sister is, instead of the crone, now the maiden, having pulled off her mask, a beautiful young woman holding a magic wand and her staff that has like crystals embedded in it, as you remember her.
Mhm.
And your sister is the first one to speak. Sen, if you walk through that door, there may not be an eternity that we get to spend together. I don't know what it means for you to go back, and the future is too clouded for me to see. It may be better. It may be worse. I may see you again, but I feel in my bones that I will. And she hugs you.
You're
We've
so like dramatic.
we've never had the best of relationships, but here now at the end of time, I just wanted to say goodbye. And your brother is crying like these marble tears,
Oh.
and he gives you another hug. Sen, when you go back, you might be in a form that you don't even recognize. If you stay here, at least you're still with us. The realms of these mortals will always be in turmoil. They don't need you. I mean, they need you, but you don't need them. Stay with us.
I don't know. Like everyone here is just so perfect and they're all about the big picture and I really like that turmoil. I
I
need
wouldn't
that,
expect any less from you. Well,
right?
I can only wish you good luck. And uh, I hope to see you again.
I hope so too. And I'm like pretty crafty, so I'll probably figure this out.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Sen is back, but for how long? Find out next time on Good Luck Adventures XOXO.